Yo, what's good, my people? You already know what it is. You're now tuned in with Most High. This is Most High Presents Bars at the Bar. I'm here with 2/3 of SZNL Chicago. This here right now is Mo Beatz. What's good, my boy? How you feeling
What's
today?
up, Most High? I'm so happy to do this, yo.
I'm happy to have you. We just got done shooting for 1/3 of seasonal with Mandy. That was a great episode, and now I'm ready to have a great time with you as well. How you
Y'all
feeling
had me
tonight?
outside. I was getting a little prepared for this one.
You were okay.
I
Good,
can tell you I had
good.
a good time because it took a little long time too.
Yeah,
So I
and
can
we
tell it
and
was
we
a
were
good
talking about
interview.
how it was gonna be short. We like, oh, we gonna be in and out. Da,
Yeah,
da, da.
y'all said 30 minutes. Y'all took an hour and 30 minutes.
But
But
it
I'm not
always
complaining. I'm not complaining because
it,
I was out there too, just chilling.
and we don't know how long yours gonna go. Cause I'm telling you, the time flies.
No,
You-
that's no. I feel you, yo. Because
like
when you're talking and vibing and you plan
yeah.
30 minutes, next thing you know is an hour.
And honestly, I prefer that because I would hate it if I haven't had this experience yet, and I don't know what the day is gonna be like when I do. If I have an episode where I'm kind of looking at them like,
So,
oh,
what we gonna talk about?
yeah, because I completely freestyled it because I didn't want it to be pre-written. You know, like
Yeah.
me have
No,
a
that's
card.
real.
So you know, where were you born? Da, 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 you
No,
know,
and Loki, I'm glad you don't do that because shit like that will have me like rehearsing.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
like I will be like, oh, she gonna ask this question, so I
Yeah,
gotta make
no,
sure.
yeah, no,
But
I don't
like
want
this
none of
though,
that.
I low key I appreciate this vibe because I know we're gonna talk art, music, and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
like,
but you never know what comes
yeah, so I'm
in.
ready for whatever
Exactly.
question, and that means as an artist, you know, I gotta be prepared to answer it, like, as real as possible too.
Exactly. So let's get into that. So Mo Beats,
Yeah.
obviously in the name, you're a producer.
Yes.
Give me a little bit about how long you've been producing,
Man.
and then from there we're gonna get into a bit of your producer influences.
All right. So producing wise, I'm not gonna lie, like I was that kid like since 8th grade. Like
Hey,
I've had Fruity Loops since 8th grade installed on my parents' computer, and I used to just
giving niggas viruses with LimeWire
oh
and shit.
man, LimeWire, Kaza, all the random shit, ISO torrent.
Uh-huh.
But I just the reason why I got into Beast was like I love music so much. Like, I used to watch like the music videos of Dr. Dre, Eminem, and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, and me being like, man, I could. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah.
And all it took was like a keyboard. My brother used to have a keyboard, so I started to mess around with that keyboard. So I've always had the interest, but then in 8th grade, like once our home computer and I figured out about Fruity Loops, and I really got curious about Fruity Loops. So that really tapped into my like curiosity, and then I was able to like actually program music and stretch it out to like a full composition.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn, these programs are dope.
And you gotta send me your beat page because you know I'm an artist, so you definitely gotta
yeah.
show me some beats.
Oh
And
no, most dope.
and definitely.
And I want to tell you why I call myself Mo Beats. By the way, speaking
Oh,
about
yeah.
sending you beats, so I call myself Mo Beats because I just make literally what Kanye said, like 5 beats a day. Like
Oh, so
I would
you
just used to randomly make a hella beats and just kind of never
and
finish them.
and I was gonna ask that. How often are you making beats? Are
Like
you?
a lot. Like
Yeah.
so I mean like as we get older of course, you know, like life kinda kicks in and builds and shit.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But
for
like
sure.
when I named myself Mo Beats is because like I always had a lot of beats and I always felt like I had more beats than the other producers.
So it has nothing to do with your name.
No, so my real name is Moel Michael.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I thought you were like,
people-
nah, my real name is Tyrese.
No,
but
no. But people call me Mo for short instead of
Yeah.
Moel. So I just added the word beats to it because
a
I be
little
hearing, like,
a double meaning
yeah,
to it.
and,
Yeah.
and I be hearing other people talking about other producers saying shit like, "Hey man, you got any more beats?"
Yeah.
So I be, oh,
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
hearing my name and while other people talking to other producers, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with Mo Beats.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. I like it. It's cool. It's catchy, and it's simple too.
Yeah, you, you can't forget Mo and Beats.
It literally is that easy. And then if you're an artist, you always need more beats. So they
Exactly.
always need you.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
I like
how
that.
got my name.
I like that. I
If you
like
need some Mo
that.
Beats, hit me up.
Oh, bro. Do you do like a like my producer? He cause I have a set producer that I work with and I've been building and growing with. But that doesn't mean that I'm cut off to other producers. That's just my guy that we
No, I feel you. It's
you
the
know.
same thing. I have my artists that I work with, but I don't mean I'm not open to other artists.
Exactly. Yeah. So the same thing with him. So do you send out like a monthly listing or beat packs or do you do something like that?
Man, I don't do none. That's my weakness.
Really?
It's my marketing and my ability to like showcase my art to a lot of people. I still showcase it, but it's a small pocket of people.
But you're
and And when I find that dope artist, I start to really, really collaborate with them. Like I want to do a full album with you.
Yeah, so you're more
exclusive.
intimate in your
Yeah.
work.
So I do a lot of exclusive beats that I send to people, but like, I don't really post them everywhere. And like, it ain't really about the full thing. Is that me right there?
Yo, that's Manny getting some PTS for us. Shout out to Manny. I just had such a great time with her. But I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's nothing wrong with being a more intimate producer, artist, a creative, where you have that discernment of I like this person. I'm gonna keep working with them. I'm gonna keep this going. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, after this, I'll make sure I get your email. You get my email, and you send some shit through, and then definitely check out the music so you can get a feel for my sound. I'll check out your beats. But me, I'm an artist that any beat I can hop on and I'm a spaz. So I definitely fuck with
Can I
that.
give you like outside of hip hop genre?
Hell yeah.
Cause I love like house beats a little bit.
Hell yeah. Actually, I just how would I say, compose, because my boy Phoenix, shout out to Tarzan Phoenix, you already know that's my guy with everything. But like him and I, we like sometimes I have a beat in my head that I create because I do play percussion. So so you know I do my thing.
Percussion, if you don't mind asking.
Full set, and then cajon, marimba, xylophone, bongos, things like that.
You actually have
Now,
an analog experience with music too. Like you actually get.
yeah, but I'm a little rusty on it because in the last, I've been making music since 2019. So since 2019, I've been very focused on just being the artist. But that shit comes to me naturally. I do have my cajon at home, and that shit is like I pick it up, I play around, and then I get right back into it. But yeah, I self-taught since I was like 5. That's how I taught myself how to play drums. Then I became the church drummer, and then from there I went to high school and I did band, so that way I can, hone into it.
I know you got that rhythm. I know you got
Yeah,
that rhythm in you.
but
the minute you said like drum, I'm like.
Yeah, that so with that we recently made a house beat together. It was just in my head, and I'm just telling him like I want this, and he's just so good at just matching me and just doing all the technical shit that I don't know how to do. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Like yeah. So with you as a producer, what do you usually look for in an artist when you're creating that artist-producer relationship?
Man, honestly, again, all right, we're gonna go a little. It's not unfiltered, but like. Nowadays
you can say whatever
the only
you
thing
want.
is I don't want to hurt people's feelings because I know some artists that might pursue this path, but like I don't want to say your shit is like bad, but like
hey,
the only thing is
hold on now. Sometimes that is the difference between someone getting better and them being delusionally stuck in the same space. Yeah,
that's the best way to put it.
For sure.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm not even trying to say it, but like I honestly look for concept in your music, right?
Oh yeah, so you like conceptual artists.
Yeah. So that means if you're like an artist, right, and you're trying to do an album, and you're hitting me up as a producer, not even an album, like just like a song, and you're hitting me up. If you have like the lyrics, but then you also tell me like, all right, so for this part of the lyrics, I want this part of the beat to do this, and then that's my kind of artist. Like I'm kind of like, oh, so you already have the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some artists like they just write words. And then they don't know what to do with it, which is cool because I'm able to come in as a producer and kind of co-collaborate with them. But some artists, they won't let you do the co-collaborating part. They have a specific thing.
Some people are anal on their view.
And I'm just like, oh, at that point, I just feel like an assembly line worker as a producer. You know what I mean? Like,
and you don't like that really.
And I don't like it because I got into music to exercise my creativity alongside with another artist's creativity so that we can together create something dope.
Yeah.
So if an artist is allowing me to contribute to their ideas as much as they're contributing to like my ideas, at the end of it, I feel really happy like what comes out because I'm like, oh, you know what? I did a part of this and they did a part of this. So that's my main goal. Like,
so you appreciate the collaborative effort.
Yeah, like the full start from scratch.
And you know what?
Like,
it's so refreshing to hear that because ever since I started releasing music, because I've been making music since a kid, but ever since I started releasing music to the public, I've always talked about developing that artist-producer relationship. Yeah. Because we know famous duos when it comes to music and production and how that grows and where they can be. Yeah. And a lot of people are not like that. Like sometimes you get in a studio, from the artist perspective, sometimes you get in a studio and whether it's just a producer or an engineer or whatever the case may be, they just do what they do. You paid them their time and they're going to do what they do. You do what you do.
Which is dope, by the way. Like, ain't nothing wrong against that.
Nah, it's cool. But the energy, the atmosphere that's created when y'all are like,
Yeah, and the message of the art and like the
yeah,
full display of what you were intending on saying, all that stuff. Like those things takes time. You know what I mean?
yeah, and I like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
Me
best
too.
part because like when I'm in the studio and I'm with Phoenix for example, like when I like being in the booth and doing something, he like do that again, do it again, and then I'm like, we're gonna keep going until we get it right. Or if I like tell him this is the song, this is what the song means, this is what we're doing, and next thing you know he starts adding things into it that like I wasn't thinking about, but he know it, but it's just a perfect addition. And that's, I love that that's the type of producer that
Like
you
low key,
are.
like to me, one of my inspirations, low key, is Timbaland.
I was just about to get into that.
Because
Who your
man, like
inspos?
I
Top three.
top three.
So Timberland,
Ooh,
and you can
all right.
elaborate and then keep going
Ooh,
from there.
all right. I'm gonna say my top three, but it is changeable 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah.
But like Kanye, Timbaland, definitely 1 and 2. Number three, ooh, like I wanna say Dr. Dre, but that's a cliche nowadays.
It don't matter.
But I'm gonna say Dr. Dre because honestly, like when I was a young kid, like that name Dr. Dre was like the thing to look forward to.
Yeah.
And I did listen to a lot of Eminem and Aftermath. And
I fuck with
So,
Eminem. I fuck with Eminem, Royce the
I know it's a
5'9",
cliche to say
all
Dr.
that.
Dre, but like low key Dr. Dre though, like
Yeah.
early 2000s, like he was to me like the Chronic 2001 album, like the instrumentals, the kicks. I did pay attention to that album a lot. It influenced me. But the reason why I'm gonna go back to Timbaland, Timbaland to me is a good example of a producer that stays cohesive with his artists. Meaning like he stays very close to so like Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, Justin Timberlake. Like these are artists that he's produced all their albums. So when you hear like a Missy Elliott song, you're like you can like detect the sound of it because he knows how to get her vibe and like So you know what I mean? So I love producers like Pharrell too. Low key Pharrell.
Oh yeah,
I gotta put him up there.
so maybe I should have given you top 5.
give me top 5 so I can put Pharrell up there too.
So Timbaland, Kanye,
Pharrell,
Dr. Dre,
Kanye,
Pharrell.
Dr.
That's a good
Dre,
list.
Pharrell. Ooh, this is gonna be.
Who your final spot? Timbaland, Dr. Dre, Pharrell, Kanye.
Man, this is gonna sound crazy, but you know Daft Punk?
Yeah, hell yeah, I fuck with Daft Punk.
The reason why I say Daft Punk is because like I love house music and like all the like juke music and all that stuff. But Daft Punk to me made like you know when a beat loops over and over again.
Yeah.
I used to hate that shit. But like Daft Punk, all their house beats and like it be looping over, but they know how to do it right.
Yeah.
So like I started to appreciate looping my beats and samples the way they do it and adding like small little changes to actually add like movements to the whole composition.
And ain't nothing wrong with that, and like how you said at one point you hated to lose, but then you grew to enjoy it when it comes to someone like Daft Punk, and I'm sure there's others, and I feel that way because like as an artist, I don't always like repetitiveness in songs, but then I've learned the tool because obviously crowds like it. It's easy for them to attract to it, but I've learned the benefit of having that repetitiveness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree, and I understand where you're coming from. What I wanted to segue into is so you're one part of SZNL Chicago, and I know that Lily is an artist.
Yes.
So before we get into the business aspect of you with SZNL, how did that relationship start, and have you produced for Lily?
Yeah. So honestly, like the whole SZNL idea and entity of SZNL, even with our space, it all started because of me and Lily just collaborating.
Yeah.
So I met Lily at a Stomping Grounds open mic. So that was like where she used to do her little piano sets, and I heard one of her songs, and I asked her, "Yo, where can I go hear this if you have it posted?" And she was just like, "No," like she was like very clueless about like posting. So I was like, "Yo, like we gotta get this like fully recorded," because I really enjoyed her song. Like her song was called Blinding Light. That was the first song we did. And I actually really enjoyed the lyrics, and I was asking her, so she kind of felt a little like out of it. She didn't know like, well, I've never really recorded before. So and me being an engineer, like I've always recorded, I've always collaborated with people that do like instrumental like recordings and stuff too. So she went to my boy DJ L.O. Kari's crib to do the piano recording and lay down some of the percussions.
Yep.
And then they sent me that stems or all those stems. And then I started to add like some other like influence of like strings and stuff to it. And next thing you know, we had like a dope ass song.
Yeah.
And I just met this girl like random as hell on the open mic, and I'm vibing with this song, and she's very very on it when it comes to like talent and like professionalism and like
Yeah.
when it comes to lyrics
And
and
honestly,
everything.
nowadays it doesn't always be like that.
It
So it's
don't.
good to meet
So
someone like
again,
that for
remember
sure.
I said about like finding concept to your music. Like,
Yeah.
so when I spoke to her about like with the music, man, like she gave me like a description. She was very involved with like what elements to use to describe this, and she was like make this like an alien voice so it can amplify this part of my verse,
Yeah.
which is like art. You know what I mean?
And that's the best part of it, when you know someone has a vision, so
Yeah,
and
and
just
as a
fully
producer,
realize as to what they're doing in their idea.
That's real. And as a producer, like I want to be the tool for the idea you have, because that's when I actually feel like utilized as an artist. Because if you have like this emotion you're trying to put in your music, and you telling me as a producer, like I want to be able to capture that. You know what I mean? So like Lily was really good at that. Like she was really good at displaying like what she wanted.
Yeah.
And then like the work ethic was there, and the talent and the skill was there too. So yeah. So once we got that song recorded, we immediately went to the video. The video got done with like Autumn Heck. But it's Autumn. Autumn is the first name for short. I don't know the full Instagram.
Hey,
That's why.
it's okay. It's the
check
thought
out
that
Autumn.
counts.
But like Autumn really snapped in, coming in with the equipments and the video, like to direct the video for her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and next thing you know, we had like this dope song in the video, and we kept on collaborating with other things, and that's how Seasonal got born, because me and her both came from like this open mic vibe, so we're trying to recreate that vibe and also recreate this vibe of like having a hub, so that if you're an artist and you need an engineer or you need a producer like me,
Yeah, you know, someone, or even a collab with her. Yeah. When I first met you guys, it was good vibes the whole day. I had a good time. I enjoyed myself, and yeah, that's why when you guys hit me up to do, the podcast, I was like, hell yeah, I fucks with y'all. It was all good. And yeah, nothing but good things for Seasonal. So shout out to Seasonal Chicago. Every Friday they're hosting open mics. Once a month they're hosting the LGBTQ brunches, and I'm pretty sure there's more events being curated and coming. So definitely, if you're in the city and you're listening, you definitely gotta fuck with it. Hell yeah, and make sure at the end you shout out that Instagram for sure. But let's get a little bit more personal. So where are you from? Are you from Chicago originally?
Me personally?
Nah, the nigga behind.
I thought you meant season from. Okay, all right. So me, like, all right. So I was actually born in Ethiopia, East Africa.
Oh, really? You do look Ethiopian.
Yeah.
It's that forehead.
Man, yo, we got 5 heads.
Yeah.
We ain't got 4 heads. Yo. We got 5 heads.
But the even brown skin tone, the forehead and the eyes, yes. I had some Ethiopian friends in high school.
Like the men take that compliment, we don't really care, but the women,
you can't. Yeah, you can't say that. No, you can't do that.
But yeah, so I'm actually Eritrean, born in Ethiopia, but I was raised in Chicago since '98, since I was like 7 years old.
Okay, cool.
So. But I'm like half and half culture-wise, you know what I mean? So like back home, when I go home, I'm still speaking my language.
I was gonna say, how often do you visit
like,
home?
Like weekly. I mean, I still see my parents. Like, my family is like the largest park.
Oh, so, nigga, when you said weekly, I was like, you go to Ethiopia every week?
Oh, hell no. I low-key, I wish.
Shit, that'd be nice. I was gonna say, he got mine.
No, soon.
One day. Say it's loaded. It's loaded.
But, yeah,
manifest.
It's buffering right now.
But no, that's dope as hell.
Yeah, so we came in '98, but like my family been in Chicago since '98.
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
But my mom and dad still definitely speak the Ethiopian and Eritrean language. So when I do go back home, it's like
it's still a party,
like culture, you know what I mean? So
that's good.
Which I love, by the way.
So how is there any way, if there is any way, how has being, having that divide of culture and going back and forth from home, well, to do two different types of homes, how has that influenced you as a producer, like, or if it has at all?
Man, definitely it has, like in a good way too, because as a producer, when I seek samples, like I got like a whole other range of other music.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, are you ever sampling anything that's more like from?
Because like especially nowadays, because Afrobeats is picking up too culturally.
Hell yeah,
so,
it's been for a minute, but now I feel like everyone's trying to hop on Afrobeats.
Yeah, so like not even on Afrobeat, but just strictly on hip hop. Like a lot of hip hop samples. It's like James Brown, like all the historical ones are like James
Yeah,
Brown.
a lot
But
of
like if
jazz,
you look
funk,
back at like
old
a
R and
lot
B.
of
Yeah.
like the old like Ethiopian music, like they're also influenced by American jazz, but they just call it Ethiopian jazz. So
Okay.
when you like find that little sample of shit,
Uh huh.
man, like just adding a little boom bap on top of that.
Hell
So yeah,
yeah.
so
That sounds fire. You might have to hook me up with a beat that's just like
man,
that.
like
Cause I definitely fuck with boom
I
bap.
have like a whole beat tape low key that I made where it's called Trumpets from the East, like East
Oh
Africa.
yeah.
It's supposed to be all beats from like that I sampled from like East African music.
Uh huh.
I just never released it for some reason. That's me as a producer. I don't
You
show
you
people.
gonna have me popping you in the back of your
I
neck.
swear to God.
You just gotta
Look,
get out and do it.
trust me, I'll send my shit to a lot of artists, but like I just don't showcase it on my Instagram or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's not like
Which I mean, that's your prerogative. But
yeah,
at the
like
same time, you never know. You might find your next best connection with the artist through that. You
that's
never
so real.
you never know who you might meet or who attracts to your sound and wants to indulge into that. But I love that you do that, that you incorporate your culture into your music, because some people they stray away from those things because they fear that people will not be attracted to
Yeah,
it.
or
Me-
like the judgments and shit like
yeah,
that.
but me personally, I love jazz. Jazz is something that I listen to on a regular basis. So for you to say that, I'm definitely interested and want to hear it. And I'm pretty sure that any artist that sees these clips, I'll make sure I post a clip of this so
Oh, I
that
can
way
send y'all.
my,
Trust
y'all
me.
can definitely, yeah.
Trust me.
But you might just want to get a simple email list up.
No, that's
Email
good,
list where
yeah.
people sign up, and if they choose to sign up, that mean they
like,
want to
so,
hear
so,
you.
So look, here's the one thing that I do also that I do at least as a producer. I have my like beats that are my throwaway beats. No, I don't. Throwaway sounds so negative. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's not like
But-
fuck that, but,
But like,
I get what you
these,
mean.
These are the beats that are they're not free agents. These are the beats that are not claimed by an artist. So I
yeah.
do release them on Spotify. On
Oh,
YouTube.
so like beat
So-
tapes and
So
shit.
yeah, so I do have my little beat tapes of like specific beats that
I
I like.
love you got your beat tapes.
I do. You know
You
what I mean?
do,
But
you
like,
do.
I don't release my best beats though on that. That's the one thing I would, cause I do save those for like the conceptual projects that I'm trying to do with people. So if somebody has an idea for this type of vibe, I have a beat in the back of my head. I'm ooh, there is this beat I can send.
Yeah.
Like if you have like for example, if you have like a beat, a song about like my day off, or I'm trying to kick it like. I have a beat plan.
For that. Yeah, I
get
get what you mean.
Trying to
I
write
get
a
what
beat
you
about
mean.
like that kind of vibe, vacation, chill kind of vibe. I have a whole folder for that.
You be making beat tapes for bitches?
For bitches?
For bitches, like you be like, yeah, girl, these sounds are for you. Cause bitches might like that shit.
I mean, like, so yeah. So
she play it on while she getting ready, and she like, ooh.
So that's my little like R&B collection. Like, yeah, I actually gotta get worried because like some songs I'm like, I be aiming it to like a specific artist, but I don't want to offend that artist, cause then you know what I mean, like this is random ass example, but one of my beats has like this person breathing over it, like, but like I chopped it up so that it's on beat.
Freaky as hell, yeah.
But if I send that to somebody, I'm like, oh, they gonna think it's some freaky ass shit. So I do have my beats where like, if you want to talk about that freaky shit, I will send it to you. So it's like,
but the thing is, Jill Scott, Floetry, Sade, these are love making artists, like artists that make songs.
Yeah.
So that's a whole lane that you can tap into for sure.
No, I do have my like if an artist sends me, or if they send me a text saying, yo, can you send me a beat? My first thing is like, yo, can you send me a link to your music, your profile?
Yeah, you want to get a
see
feel
the
from
vibe.
it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be sending you house music when you ain't never done house music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's
so
good
to
too.
me, it depends on, because there's a lot of female artists that just like bars too.
Yeah.
I don't want to send like a female artist assuming she about R&B.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah,
if you
for
about
sure.
that like smooth like singing it, I'll send you that vibe too.
You know what you could do? You can have like a little situation going where somebody go to your bio, they click like a Google form, and they can put like their artist name, they can put a link to their music, they can put like their top 3 genres or some shit. Like you could be like, what genre do you fall under? And you can have these different options, and then you can be like, boom, back, and you can send them a beat or some shit like that.
Man, that's real.
That
like,
could be dope as hell. I fucks with that
like,
idea.
somebody
Producers, take that idea.
Yo, like low key, a good tip to producers, right? If somebody asks you, yo, like, what kind? Can you send me this type of beat? Or like, can you send me your beats for a project? First, as a producer, ask them like, what's their inspiration, is their influence, and how they make their music. The minute they send you their music and their ideas, then you as a producer should like listen to people that are similar to that sound
Mm-hmm.
and then send them that vibe with your beat. Now, as a producer, you gotta be arranged. You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah, you gotta definitely gotta have some variety.
As a
Now,
producer nowadays, you need that range.
for sure, and
Definitely
especially
that
because
range.
now when it comes to rap and hip hop, a lot of people are merging rap with
Yeah.
a lot of different genres and creating this fusion sound. Now, is producing all you ever like focused on, or have you ever tried to be an artist or do? No,
I
no,
did.
no.
No,
You
I'm
did.
saying because as a producer, there was a phase where I got tired of begging rappers to rap my beat.
So let me.
So I'm just like, you know what?
Nigga said, "Fuck it, I do it."
For real, you know, I know what Kanye feels. You know, when like you make a dope beat and like people can't match that energy to that beat, or like I'll make a beat depending on emotion, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I'll give that beat to another artist, but they just completely write about something else. I'm like, that's not how I envision it. So let me.
That was what I was gonna segue into, but I'm gonna let you finish first. I'm gonna let you finish.
I've always wanted to like, you know what? Let me like write to this beat on my own. So what I figured out in the long term is that I think I will be a dope ghostwriter, but I don't like performing.
You don't like how you
I
sound doing
don't
it.
like being on stage or like having to showcase my rapping abilities. Cause I can write. Don't get me wrong, I can write.
But you just
But
don't.
I don't want to be the dude on stage also because it ruins art for me. The minute I'm on stage, it becomes this thing that I gotta perfect, and it's like now it's not. Now it feels like a job.
Right, yeah, okay,
And
okay.
The minute it feels like that, I'm like, ooh.
Producing is effortless when you try to get into that artist bag
I'm
and that
sweating on
you're
stage.
like, ah, shit.
I'm
You're
looking
like-
at the lights like, damn, it's just supposed to be on this bright. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
Say, what the fuck is these Burger King
fuck?
lights?
Yeah,
Goddamn.
shit, man, what the fuck? Turn the shit off. Put me in the dark.
Nigga sweaty, like, is it hot here?
Loki, as a producer, shit, we in the middle of a cave, in the middle of our
Yeah.
bedroom. just
Y'all
making
ass
beats.
be hunched over.
Yeah, like that's my
Special
comfortable
chairs,
round. You put
yeah,
the lights on me. I don't know. I like a little roach. I'm like running around on here.
That's so funny because that's the shit that comes natural to artists. Like to me, I get on stage, I'm what the fuck going on? We here.
I be looking at y'all. I'm like, man, not proud of that. That's what's up. They can do
That sounds good. I was gonna ask, have you ever had an instance where like you send out a beat and you listen to what you get back, or like just in general, someone hops on your beat and it's ass? Has that happened, and how did you react? You ain't gotta say who. Ain't nobody gonna know that it's you that was ass on his beat.
All right.
Ain't gonna know.
I ain't gonna look at the camera for this one. But look. So sometimes, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, where like if I sent you like a sad vibe beat, but you wrote some happy ass shit, all right, whatever. I can work with that a little bit. But my biggest thing is, if you're a rapper, especially, if you can't catch the flow of the beat, or you just going.
Cause some people they ride the snare, some people ride like back beats.
At least catch something though.
The one in the fold, you know.
Catch something. Some people ain't catching. They're catching two different
So
elements.
okay. So what do you do in that moment? Like,
So
are you like,
low-key,
are you like, fuck it, I got paid for the beat, I got this, that, and the other, whatever, or are you like, I don't want you on my shit?
I'm not. I will say this, but I'm not that artist. Like I got paid for this, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Nah, like I would be like, hey, bro, you want to try this out? You should try this out. And the thing is, like, as an artist, you should not get mad at that. Like,
No, you should be able to take constructive criticism.
Yeah, because like
people are sensitive about their shit.
They are, but at the same time, like I, as a producer too, I'm sensitive about who raps on my beat. Also,
man, I
because,
agree.
Like,
I understand
I'm
that
not trying
completely.
to get that credibility of a producer where it's just a whole bunch of random people just hopping on your shit and get overwashed. Like,
and then the thing about it is, sometimes somebody can be so weak on your shit that it make you seem like your shit weak too.
For real.
And you like, hold on, it was decent until you came and put that bullshit on there.
Like, for example, I'm not too picky about like what you saying.
Uh-huh.
But like the delivery of it, I'll be picky because like, come on, like even like for example, like going back to Lily, right?
Uh-huh.
Lily was dope because Lily knows her pitch.
Yeah.
She knows how to sing a note and like stay on that note. But when she's off, she can tell me like, hey, can we do that again?
Yeah.
Some artists don't even know that. I'm like, bro, your song is going off in all these different pitches. Like,
some people are delusional.
Yeah, so as a producer, I don't feel comfortable. Just I got paid, but I can't hear that. I can't hear my own beat again because of who's rapping on it, and I
But
feel
you know,
uncomfortable.
as an artist, hearing you say that, it's highly appreciated because there's a lot of soulless individuals in this field of music and art, and especially with music. Because if you look at other mediums of art or other styles of art or whatever, you know, there's higher expectations and whatnot, but when it comes to rap in particular and hip hop,
Yeah,
we let a
they're
lot of
downgrading it.
bullshit
That shit
slide,
is getting downgraded.
watered
Like
down, this and the
fuck.
other. And it's more so like if that nigga is popular and he making a little song, we gonna act like it's good, but it's not. And it's good that you are sitting there and saying that you overall throughout this whole conversation, I recognize the integrity in your work
Yeah, because
that you
I
have.
want to at least at the end of it be like I enjoyed that. That means I had like a little part in it. You had a little part in it.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's a
But
relationship.
don't get me wrong. Though. I know it's a lot of artists that don't want that because as a producer they just want you to do your job,
Make that beat
or
and
as an
shut the fuck
engineer
up. Some
hit
people
that
want that.
record.
Yeah,
And if
uh
that's the case, you know what I do? I charge more.
huh.
I'm
So
serious.
if you're
I'm
not
dead
trying to get
ass
to
on some
work,
real shit.
if you
Please
ain't
hear
trying
me
to
out on this.
collaborate, you gotta pay
Hear me
more.
out on this. If your collaboration has a little space for me to actually contribute as an artist, I charge less.
I
But
get that. I get that.
but if the art is just like, hey, like I know you're good at recording,
Uh huh.
just hit record and don't give me any advice. I charge more because now I'm just sitting in a room just
And you ain't even got no input. You like, damn,
I'm
he
not
should have did
enjoying
that
it. I don't get to
again.
put it in. I don't get to
You
say a
like
hit.
that bar did not hit. That ain't
Yeah.
make no sense.
Yeah, so
This nigga off beat.
for me
Yeah.
to sit through that, I'm gonna charge a little bit more. But like
Yeah, I
but
feel you.
if I'm vibing with you and we have like a whole connection for an album or a song, a part of me is gonna be like, man, I actually can't wait to do this.
Cause it's fun for you.
Yeah, so if it's fun for me, there's a discount for you. But
Mm.
if it's just plain and I'm just clicking for you,
Yeah.
the price goes up for you. So that's my price range as a producer. If you bring me something and all of a sudden you feel comfortable with that price, that means I'm feeling your shit. But
Yeah.
all of a sudden you feel like, ooh, this is too much. That means I'm just here to press record. If you want advice or some kind of collaboration, I'll come in. But if not, like I'm not trying to also be that producer that oversteps his boundaries. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at the same time,
I
as an
get
engineer,
that.
as a producer, I'm gonna do my job. If you need that as an artist, I will respect that because you might have the idea that I don't see yet. Who
Uh huh.
knows? Who knows? Later I might see it, but I will charge you more for that.
And you know what? It's good that you have that sense because some people are stubborn and you can't change them people. But at the end of the day, it's like that's your art too.
Yeah, and I get to name my price.
Exactly.
Ain't no deal. It's not like a federal thing that like if I'm recording, I
Yeah.
gotta charge you. There's no.
Nah, you do what you
If
do.
we vibing, we vibing. If I'm not vibing, but you need that technical shit done, yeah, I'm still gonna do my job, but I gotta respect my creativity space in it.
Hell yeah. And have a respect for yourself, your art, your
Yeah.
creativity. That's ultimately the point of it. But this has been such a great conversation. I'm glad that we got to touch into your production side of things because we haven't, even though this is our second time interacting, we haven't really been able to hone into those aspects of you. So now, because I know that you are someone who has such integrity in their work, I'm really excited to hear from you. I do want to check out, if you got a B page or whatever it is. I definitely want to fuck with that. I definitely want you to listen to my music and see where we can collab and collide in that sense. And I definitely want you to tell me whatever you want. Da, 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 you feel me? But this has been a great thing. But before we sign off, I want to ask you one more question. If you could do a B collab, like if you can like co-produce with another motherfucker, anyone dead or alive, who would you choose and why?
Man, ooh, I already got my answer.
Oh,
I just posted this nigga like yesterday. It was his birthday. He
okay.
passed though. He passed away.
I'm trying to think.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all, but like, I know I'm into hip hop and shit, but like,
Yeah.
honestly, yo, Michael Jackson.
I think anyone would agree with that. You ain't even gotta
But
apologize.
like, no, because Michael Jackson ain't hip hop, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah, but that
but
nigga's
like, in my
legendary.
house, like, it's Michael, Bob Marley, and Jesus in our walls. Like they like Michael Jackson and my family's like any event, like they gonna bump Michael.
Hell
My
yeah.
uncle would get drunk, start dancing to Mike. But to me, growing up, I didn't pay attention to it. But when I got older, I started to
Really?
really, really appreciate Mike
Shit,
even
I was little
more.
as hell in front of TV. Just
Yeah, like trust me, when I was little, I was into that shit. But like when I became a
you really
producer,
valued it.
when I became a producer, I started to
Mhm.
really see like what Mike was doing.
Yup.
I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? Like this nigga was the god of music.
Yeah.
If he was still alive, yo, like he would be owning his own label. Every artist would be signing into him.
Who knows what that
Yeah,
nigga
like
would be doing if
the
he was
word
still
pop would
alive?
not exist. That pop culture shit, he
Yeah.
would be the face of that, and who knows what would have been happening. So to me, that's my dream collaboration. And then second, Kanye. I'll put Kanye right
Yeah,
there.
since
I
he's
gotta put
still
Kanye right there.
since he's still
That's my nigga
alive,
right there. That's my
yeah.
nigga right there. I
Hell
gotta put
yeah.
Kanye. I
Hell
don't support
yeah.
everything from Kanye, but
We
Kanye
know.
is still that dude, bro.
We
On some
know
real shit.
that's how I feel. We all have a special place in our heart for Kanye,
Yes,
and
especially
we
on some
all
Shaq
love
shit.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is probably the one.
Ooh.
Nope, I was gonna say one and only. Michael Jackson and Kobe are the only two celebrity deaths that really touched me.
Me too. I shed tears for only those two celebrities.
Literally,
That's
anybody else,
it.
I'm like,
Anybody else, I get disappointed.
anybody
but
else, I'm like,
yo,
niggas die every
when
day,
Mike
B.
died, my whole family was actually upset.
I
yo.
literally remember being on my way to a barbecue and the radio announced that Michael Jackson died. Everybody was sad. Motherfuckers played Michael Jackson at the rest of the
Man.
barbecue for the whole night.
Yeah, that I remember
Yeah.
us canceling the whole day and us just going to the beach and
Yeah.
just talking about Mike.
Yeah, man. I was obsessed.
Yeah,
I would
that
watch
was-
music videos,
And also one thing,
every type of movie they got, except that one movie with Flex. You ever seen that really shitty Michael Jackson adaptation? I'll show you it outside.
no.
You know you remember the old show 101? And it's like Kyla Pratt and that
with the father and the
yeah,
daughter.
the dad played Michael Jackson.
No.
That shit on Tubi now. That shit is bogus. But I was gonna say I love every adaptation of Michael Jackson in his life except for that shit. I watched that shit. I was like, who allowed
Who the
this
fuck
shit
is this?
to happen, Flex? But man, Mo, it's been such a pleasure having you. We're about to wrap
I
this
really
up.
appreciate this, yo.
Man, no, this was dope as hell, and I'm super excited now to see that side of you and us to just engage and collab on a whole nother level. You know, I already was rocking with Seasonal. I definitely, you guys asked me to host and perform at the next event. I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity and platform, and I appreciate you guys reaching out and coming here to get on this show. And now that I just got to know you guys a little bit better, and now we're talking about you and your production, I'm excited to work with you. I hope that I can invite you to a session to collab with my producer and we get into this shit.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, man. It's the start of something beautiful, man. So I appreciate you for coming
I
here.
appreciate it. Thank you, seriously, for this too. I really
Nah, for
appreciate this
real.
time and effort, too. This place is dope. I really like this vibe too.
Thank
it has like
you.
a whole like live and like unfiltered vibe. Cause
Hell
I don't like
yeah.
being filtered. I don't know how to be professional.
I tell
I'm
people
not-
say
I am
whatever the
not
fuck
professional.
you want.
Yeah.
I always tell people I'm very consistent in my identity. No matter if you know me
Yeah.
from school, work, childhood, family, whatever the fuck, you get the same Most High.
Yeah.
And
I
I
feel
appreciate
you.
when people are like that.
Like people get respect and professional mixed up, but like you
Yeah.
can have respect, but like professional means like corporate and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I still
then-
show respect, but I don't know how to be professional.
And we ain't whitewashed around here. We
Yeah.
full of flavor.
Yeah.
So that's just how we gotta do
Got some
it.
Ethiopian flavors too.
Yeah.
Little pipes.
Word to the forehead. Let's get to it. Man, it's been such a pleasure. You guys are now tuned in to Most High Presents Bars at the Bar. I'm not a Most High, and this is Mo Beatz. 2/3 of Seasonal Chicago, or 1/3 of Seasonal Chicago, but this is the second episode for Seasonal, so that's why I'm saying 2/3. Y'all, I really hope y'all enjoy this episode just as much as I enjoy making it. Thank you for tuning in to Most High Presents Bars at the Bar. We are officially signing off.